After 60, life stops rewarding noise and starts rewarding precision. Up until this age, people forgive oversharing. They call it experience, honesty, wisdom. But after 60, the rules change quietly, and those who don't notice pay a heavy emotional price. At this stage, your peace is more valuable than being understood, your dignity is more important than being liked, and your silence is stronger than any explanation you could give. This is the age where every word you release must earn its right to exist, because not everyone listening to you is listening for your good. Some are listening for leverage, some are listening to judge, some are listening to feel superior, and some are listening simply because they are bored with their own lives. Understand this clearly. After 60, information becomes currency, and the careless give it away for free. Let me say something uncomfortable right at the start. Loneliness does not come from being alone. Loneliness comes from speaking to people who don't respect your inner world. And after 60, the biggest mistake people make is assuming that age automatically earns respect. It does not. Respect today is earned through boundaries, not stories, through restraint, not explanations, through silence, not emotional dumping. So if you want to age with strength instead of bitterness, authority instead of regret, there are 5 things you must never share with anyone after 60. Not your children, not your relatives, not your old friends, not even people who sound caring, especially not them. The first thing you must never share after 60 is your regrets. People think talking about regret makes you wise. It doesn't. It makes you vulnerable in the wrong way. When you tell someone what you wish you had done differently, what you failed at, what you lost, you think you're bonding. In reality, you are rewriting your entire life story through the lens of weakness for someone who did not walk your path. Here is the brutal truth. Most people do not hear your regret with compassion. They hear it with comparison. They subconsciously say, "At least I didn't make that mistake." Or worse, they use it to diminish you. They stop seeing your achievements and start seeing you as a cautionary tale. After 60, your past is settled. There is no refund, no replay, no correction, so why hand someone a weapon that only hurts you? Regret shared too freely turns into self-betrayal, because every time you repeat it, you relive it. And every time someone responds with silence, advice, or pity, your dignity shrinks a little more. Strong elders don't deny their regrets. They simply refuse to give them an audience. You don't owe anyone a confession. You don't owe anyone an explanation of why your life turned out the way it did. You survived wars they never fought, storms they never saw, responsibilities they never carried. Keep your regrets private, not because they are shameful, but because they are sacred. They belong to your reflection, not to someone else's entertainment. The second thing you must never share after 60 is your financial reality. This is where most older people destroy their peace without realizing it. They talk about savings, pensions, property, debts, inheritances, thinking transparency builds trust. It doesn't. It builds expectations, and expectations turn into entitlement very fast. Once people know what you have or what you don't, they treat you differently, not openly, subtly. Suddenly, advice becomes judgment, concern becomes control, help becomes pressure, and kindness becomes transactional. Some will see you as a safety net, some will see you as a burden, some will start planning your money before you're even gone, and some will suddenly reconnect after years of silence. After 60, money conversations invite wolves disguised as family. Even well-meaning children change when numbers enter the room. They may not intend harm, but knowledge changes behavior. They start counting, measuring, assuming. Privacy is not secrecy. Privacy is self-respect. You worked for what you have. You endured what you endured. You do not need to justify your financial choices to anyone. Not how much you saved, not why you didn't save more, not what you plan to do with it. The strongest position after 60 is being financially unreadable. Let people guess. Let them wonder. Let them underestimate you. Because the moment they know, you lose leverage, and leverage is protection. The third thing you must never share after 60 is your health fears. Yes, you can talk to doctors. Yes, you can inform caregivers when necessary. But broadcasting every ache, every diagnosis, every fear to relatives, neighbors, and friends is emotional self-sabotage. Why? Because people do not respond to vulnerability the way you think they do. Some panic and project their fears onto you. Some start treating you like you are already fragile. Some lose patience. And some, this is the hardest truth, start emotionally preparing for your absence while you are still alive. After 60, your identity is already at risk of being reduced to old. Don't help people strip you further by making illness your headline. Your body may weaken. That is human, but your presence should not. The more you talk about your health problems, the more people define you by them. Conversations shrink, respect shifts, invitations change, decisions get made for you without asking. Protect your authority, protect your autonomy. Speak about health when it leads to solutions, not sympathy, because sympathy ages you faster than illness ever will. The fourth thing you must never share after 60 is family conflict. This is a mistake many elders make because they crave validation. They feel unheard inside their own families, so they speak outside. And the moment you do that, you lose power on both sides. When you complain about your children, siblings, or relatives to outsiders, you think you are releasing pain. In reality, you are poisoning your own roots. People smile, nod, and secretly judge both sides. Some take sides, some carry stories, some repeat them with embellishment. And suddenly, a private wound becomes public gossip, and you are at the center of it. Worse, when the family eventually reconciles, the outsider remains poisoned against them and against you. After 60, you cannot afford divided loyalties. You need neutrality. You need calm. You need distance from drama. Family conflict should be handled with two tools only: direct communication or dignified silence. Nothing in between. Not everyone needs to know what disappointed you. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional household. Because once people know your family cracks, they stop seeing you as a pillar and start seeing you as unstable. Strength in old age is not loud. It is contained. The fifth thing you must never share after 60 is your future plans. This one surprises people. They say, "Why not? I'm old. What plans?" Exactly. That mindset is the problem. As long as you are alive, you have direction, and direction must be protected. When you tell people your plans, travel, lifestyle changes, remarriage, business ideas, spiritual paths, you invite opinions you did not ask for and doubt you do not need. People project their fears onto you. Isn't that risky at your age? Shouldn't you rest? Why bother now? They mean well, but their fear becomes your hesitation. After 60, momentum is fragile. A single discouraging comment can kill a dream that took courage to even imagine. And unlike youth, you don't have unlimited emotional energy to rebuild motivation again and again. Move quietly. Plan privately. Act decisively. Let results speak. Let actions announce themselves, because once you start explaining your future, you start defending it. And no one should have to defend their will to live fully. There is something else you must understand, and this ties everything together. After 60, people are not listening to learn from you. They are listening to place you in a box, in a category, in a narrative that makes sense to them. Oversharing gives them the pen. Silence takes it back. This is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming selective, about choosing dignity over disclosure, about understanding that wisdom is not in saying everything you know, but in knowing what to never say. Your stories are powerful, but power must be guarded. Your experiences are deep, but depth does not belong in shallow rooms. Your emotions are valid, but not everyone is qualified to hold them. Age does not make you invisible, but careless sharing makes you vulnerable. So speak less, observe more, listen longer, and remember, the older you get, the fewer people deserve access to your inner world, not because you are bitter, but because you are finally wise. And here is what most people don't realize until it's too late. After 60, every unnecessary word costs you something. It costs you energy. It costs you authority. It costs you peace. Young people recover from emotional leakage quickly. Older people don't, because at this stage of life, your emotional reserves are not infinite. They are precious. This is why silence becomes power with age, not the awkward silence of fear, but the deliberate silence of someone who understands human nature too well to keep feeding it. People will ask questions that sound innocent but are not. How are you really doing? Do you feel lonely? Are your children taking care of you? What will you do next? These questions are not always curiosity. Often they are probes, and probes are meant to extract information. You don't need to answer everything honestly to be authentic. Authenticity is not transparency. Authenticity is alignment with your self-respect. After 60, your role in society subtly shifts. People stop seeing you as a participant and start seeing you as a reference point, a benchmark, a comparison. And comparisons are never neutral. They are either used to elevate oneself or to devalue another. When you overshare, you give people material to measure themselves against you. Some feel relieved they did better. Some feel threatened by your resilience. Some feel entitled to your wisdom without earning it. And some simply enjoy watching decline. It reassures them about their own fears of aging. This is why emotional minimalism becomes survival. Another dangerous habit after 60 is explaining yourself. Explaining why you are quiet, explaining why you live the way you do, explaining why you don't attend events, explaining why you made certain choices. Explanation invites debate. Debate invites judgment. Judgment invites erosion of confidence. You don't need to justify your pace anymore. You have earned the right to move slowly, think deeply, and choose carefully. There is also a subtle trap older people fall into: nostalgia sharing. Talking endlessly about back then, comparing today with yesterday, listing losses. While memory has value, repetition turns wisdom into complaint. And complaints change how people treat you. They stop seeing your insight and start seeing resistance to change. Guard your narrative. Speak of the past when it teaches, not when it mourns. After 60, relationships are fewer but heavier. Every emotional exchange leaves a mark. That's why not everyone deserves front row access to your life story. Some people can only handle highlights. Others don't even deserve those. And here's a hard truth most people won't tell you. Not everyone wants you to age well. Some people are uncomfortable around elders who are mentally sharp, emotionally stable, and independent. It reminds them of what they might not become. So they subtly push narratives of decline. They encourage rest when you want movement. They encourage silence when you want growth. They label ambition as denial. Do not internalize their limits. This is why sharing less is not withdrawal, it is filtration. Your mind after 60 becomes your greatest asset or your biggest enemy, and what you feed it matters. When you keep repeating regrets, fears, conflicts, and worries out loud, your mind listens. It believes you. It aligns your identity with those stories. But when you keep certain things unspoken, something powerful happens. Your inner world stabilizes. Your thoughts slow down. Your emotions stop swinging. You begin to respond instead of react. People start feeling your presence before your words. And presence is authority. You don't need to announce strength. People sense it when you are not desperate to be heard. This is especially important with younger generations. Oversharing with them often backfires. What you think is guidance, they hear as interference. What you think is honesty, they hear as emotional pressure. Silence, on the other hand, makes them curious. It makes them approach you on their terms. And that is where influence lives. After 60, influence should replace control. There is also a quiet dignity in mystery. When people don't fully know your thoughts, finances, plans, or vulnerabilities, they tread carefully around you. They choose words. They show restraint. Mystery commands respect in a way overexposure never will. You don't have to become unreachable, just less available. Less available for gossip, less available for emotional dumping, less available for unsolicited advice, less available for comparisons. Availability is not kindness when it drains you. At this age, kindness must include yourself. So the question is not, what should I share? The better question is, what deserves to leave my mouth? And if the answer is not peace, clarity, or purpose, let it stay inside. Because silence is not emptiness, it is containment. And containment is strength. And the strongest elders are not the loudest ones in the room, but the calmest ones, whose words land heavier precisely because they speak less. Keep going. And remember this above everything else. Aging is not a decline of worth. It is a test of boundaries. The world does not strip power from older people. They give it away piece by piece through careless words, unnecessary explanations, and emotional overexposure. After 60, your life is no longer a public document. It is a private manuscript. Not everyone deserves to read every page. Some people only earn the cover, some only the title, and many deserve nothing at all. You are not obligated to educate, confess, impress, or justify yourself anymore. You have already lived. You have already paid. You have already learned. Now your responsibility is not to prove anything, but to protect what remains. Protect your peace, protect your dignity, protect your authority, because from this stage forward, strength is not about how much you can carry, it's about how much you refuse to carry for others. Speak when your words build, stay silent when they expose, move quietly, age sharply, and let your calm become the loudest proof that wisdom has finally taken its rightful place.